about that for a start to the day? Good morning and welcome to day 38 of my Sea-to-Sea biking adventure, and I can't believe it, but today is the final ride of my grand adventure. It's sort of an emotional day. I'm in Cass, West Virginia. This is a bucket list ride. I can't think of a better place to do my final ride. This was not originally going to be the last ride, but because of the storms that have hit western North Carolina and Tennessee, I'm just not sure of the routes through there, so I'm going to end it here today. But this is a great place, the Cass Scenic Railroad State Park. I'm going to be riding the Greenbrier River Trail, and I can't wait. Let's do it. How about that? How about that? What a start to today's ride. So, the town of Cass was founded as a pulp and paper mill town. It operated from the early 1900s to, I think, into the 1950s. I know by 1970 it was all shut down, and the state of West Virginia bought the train as a tourist attraction, and then eventually bought the town. And so now it is the Cass Scenic Railroad State Park. You can come here, you can stay in one of the historic mill houses. I did that last night. And yeah, and then people come from all around to ride the train. So what a fantastic place. I'm going to be riding on the Greenbrier River Trail, so let's go do it. The train, I'm not sure if I'll see the train again today, but very cool. Very cool. What a start. What a start. Here we go. So it is a frosty morning. It's about 38 degrees. It is going to warm up, but it's chilly right now, I'll tell you. So the Greenbrier River is the longest undammed, untamed river on the East Coast. The Yellowstone River out west is the longest in the country, but the Greenbrier is the longest on the East Coast. So the Greenbrier River Trail is about 78 miles long, and West Virginia was not always going to be the final state, the number 50, because 3 years ago I had plans to ride this trail. My younger brother was going to come do it with me. We were going to start from the southern end, ride all the way up here to Cass, take the next day off, ride a train, and then the third day ride back. And that very weekend, my gallbladder decided that it had had enough and demanded to be taken out, and that trip got canceled. So it has taken me 3 years to get back to West Virginia, but I'm proud to be here, and I think it's a very good ride to end this epic adventure on. So I'm looking forward to it. Kind of thinking I should have waited another hour or so to let it warm up a little. My fingers are freezing, but it'll warm up. My fingers are really freezing. Okay, we're about to go through Sharp's Tunnel. All I know is it's 500 feet long and dark. I'll say that, it looks dark. Glad I've got a light on. Well, I'm not sure if it's 500 feet long, but it certainly was dark. All right, and for the first time today, crossing the Greenbrier River. So, not only is this area very remote, it is also radio free. There's a government radio telescope somewhere in these mountains, and this entire area then is designated a radio silent zone to avoid any interference, so there's no cell phone coverage at all. So in other words, there is no calling for help from here. So if I don't make it back and you receive this message, come look for me somewhere in remote West Virginia. Now, how you're gonna get this message, that's up to you. But please send help. So pretend this is me riding my bike. It's actually me walking across the bridge, for reasons to be explained in just a moment. Well, this is as far as I'm going to go today, to this bridge crossing the Greenbrier River. Once again, I'm going to turn back and head back toward Cass. I have an injury to report, okay? Not to me, I'm fine, but my camera. I've had 2 cameras on this entire trip. Okay, everything you've seen has been either recorded on my iPhone, which I'm holding now and using, or on the Insta360 camera, X4. And so everything from the bicycle, where I'm showing me the road in front of me, the moving pictures, almost all of those are recorded with this camera right here. And it's mounted on a selfie stick, and that selfie stick then is mounted right there on the handlebars of the bicycle. And it has worked great. It has worked great. I can't believe this has happened on the final day, but there's a weak point on the selfie stick, and it's that little screw hole right there on the bottom. And I lost One completely failed on me on my June ride in Montana. It came flying off the bicycle. The camera hit the gravel and scratched it and had to be replaced. So this was a new camera to start this trip, and it has done great until today. And I noticed that it was wobbling and I couldn't tighten it, and it just kept wobbling. And when I unscrewed it, there's all sorts of metal shavings where this is just failing. So yeah, I can't believe that it made it to the very last day, but yeah, it's going to fail. I am taking it off the bike, so it is no longer under any strain, and I will be filming on the way back using the iPhone. I can still use the camera, but I'll probably have to stop the bike and use it for that. So fewer moving pictures on the way back, but I'm going to turn back to Cass. The day has turned to be delightful. It's warm. I'm going to take this long sleeve jacket off, and yeah, let's head back to Cache. I'm really kind of excited about it because most of the ride this morning was directly into the rising sun, and I could not see really where I was going, so it's all going to look new on the way back. So let's do it. Well, that's the end of the train, and that's the end of another fantastic ride today from Cass, West Virginia on the Greenbrier River Trail. It started off really cold, but it was warmed up, and then it was just spectacular all day. The scenery just unbelievable. The foliage, the autumn colors, it was just spectacular. But it's time to celebrate. That's what the train is saying. West Virginia, state number 50. 50, can you believe it? I can't myself. All the states now I have ridden in. It's going to take a bigger celebration than this, I think, but that's it for today. I've got another little part of this adventure that I want to do tomorrow, and then at some point in the next few days, maybe a week, I will have a summing up video to talk about all the particulars about this. If you have any questions, be sure and send them to me. Send them on Facebook or on YouTube or email or text or any way you can get them to me, and I'll try to answer all your questions, like how far did I drive? How far did I bike? I don't know, but I'm going to find out all those things. Favorite parts, least favorite parts, any questions you have like that, be sure and send them to me, and I'll answer them at the end. And yes, thanks so much for following along. Today, when my camera didn't work, I didn't have anybody to talk to, so it was kind of boring. So thank you for being a part of this, and I really appreciate it. But for now, from Cass, West Virginia, so long, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.